The president struck another great trade deal with India. He spoke with Prime Minister Modi directly. They share a very good relationship. India committed to not only no longer purchasing Russian oil, but buying oil from the United States, also perhaps from Venezuela too, which we know will now have a direct benefit on the United States and the American people.
The White House has now released a joint statement with India, and many of Trump's claims don't appear in it.
The president struck another great trade deal with India. He spoke with Prime Minister Modi directly. They share a very good relationship. India committed to not only no longer purchasing Russian oil, but buying oil from the United States, also perhaps from Venezuela too, which we know will now have a direct benefit on the United States and the American people. And in addition to that, Prime Minister Modi committed to $500 billion of investments into the United States, including for transportation, for energy, and for agricultural products as well. So this is another great trade deal, thanks to President.
In regard to the executive order, it's a unilateral statement. It doesn't really necessarily reflect what India's position is at all on Russian oil. It's just not appropriate to characterize this as Prime Minister Modi has agreed to stop buying Russian oil, which is the true social statement that President Trump put out.
Trump said that Prime Minister Modi had committed to a massive $500 billion purchase of American energy. But in the joint statement text, the language is far softer. It states that India intends to increase energy imports from the U.S. In diplomatic terms, intent does not equal obligation. There is no binding contract so far.
The chances that India will buy Venezuelan oil seem to be there now and seem to be growing. And India's purchase of Venezuelan oil is being linked to the fact that India will reduce or stop purchasing Russian crude oil. So on the one hand, the Russian crude oil will be reduced, and on the other hand, Venezuelan oil will be purchased. That is the narrative which President Trump has put out and which is being said. There is some truth to it, but there are plenty of gaps in that. Firstly, yes, The type of Russian oil that we import is heavy and dark and sour. The Venezuelan oil is also similar in its chemical properties. Because you see, the refineries that we have in India, they can process different kinds of oils, the light grade oil, the medium oil. Not all refineries can refine the same kind of oils, right? As far as Russian oil is concerned, our refineries were able to refine, and along with the petroleum or gasoline, you could be having jet fuel, kerosene, diesel, of course, and other oils. The Venezuelan oil is similar in composition or maybe more darker than Russian oil. So from a technical perspective, our refineries can process the Venezuelan oil. Yes, that is one. Especially the Jamnagar refinery is especially made for these kind of heavy oils of Reliance. Now, coming back, the point is the trade deal between US and India, it was stuck for many, many months. 25% tariffs on India were due to the trade matters, and other 25% were added because we were buying Russian oil. For ever since the Ukraine war started, we started to buy more Russian oil. Before Ukraine oil war, we were buying virtually very little Russian oil. After the war, Russia gave good discounts and we started buying. The world was pressing us not to buy Russian oil, but we have been buying almost now 4 years.
Trump also announced that India would eliminate tariffs on American industrial goods and a wide range of U.S. products. But India has not confirmed this either. There has been no government notification supporting a zero-tariff regime. Without these, tariff removal remains an announcement, not a reality. Until these intentions translate into signed agreements or legal commitments, the India-US trade deal seems to remain more of a political headline than an economic contract. And the real question is no longer what was announced, but what will actually be implemented.